Hello there guys, welcome back to Blues Fans TV for my live review of Sheffield United 3, Chelsea 0. What on earth? I mean, I knew it was going to be a tough game, right? I knew it was going to be a tough game, but that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous by every stretch of the imagination, from the first minute to the last minute, from all of the coaching staff, including Frank Lampard, to every single player that was on that pitch right now. It was that bad that Kepa, who conceded 3 goals today, was probably our best player on the pitch. Are you taking the bloody Michael? Like, are you serious? What is this? We're fighting for top 4 here. To be honest, I thought this after the Palace game. The pressure's going to be too much if everyone wins it. We're going to bottle it. And we bloody bottled it. And Sheffield were good, yeah? Don't get me wrong. Sheffield fully deserved to win this game. And all credit goes to Sheffield and Sheffield United, and Chris Wilder. Full credit goes to them. But what we did today was an embarrassment and a disgrace. From top to bottom. And I don't even want to hear Frank Lampard waffling on about, oh, everyone was awful. Yeah, but you were awful as well. Frank Lampard thought it was a bloody pre-season game. Changing formation about 15 bloody times in the second half. What on earth is he doing? Like, you tried to get us back into the game and you changed the formation every 3 minutes. Like, what on earth is the plan? You guys know I love Jorginho. And you guys know I want Jorginho to start. But don't keep Jorginho on the pitch if you're going to change it to a midfield too. Like, Frank, you should know that better than anyone. You clearly don't like Jorginho, otherwise you would have played him more so far after the restart. So why are you leaving him on the pitch after that? Kovacic was on the bench. We have 5 substitutions right now. Might as well have brought it on, don't you think? And thank you for the donation, mate. West Ham, Spurs, Chelsea doing rubbish. They might as well close down and make Chelsea the main official team. What do you mean? You're still way behind us in the league, but I do appreciate the donation. But let's get into the game, right? Actually, first of all, if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. That'd be massively appreciated. Cheer me up a little bit at least. Drop a like on this live stream if you're watching it. Drop a like on this video if you're watching it at a later point. But yeah, honestly, I'm fuming. I'm fuming. At least the sound's working today, unlike last time, so that's a start. But that was the lineup that we started with. That was the lineup. Pardon me, thirsty and fuming. That was the lineup that we started with. It was pretty much what I expected, with 1 or 2 changes in there. Back 4 remained the exact same. Of course, Kepa in goal. Christensen, Zuma, Reece James and Aspie left back. Jorginho came into the side with Billy Gilmore and Kante being injured. The two attacking 8 stayed the same in Barkley and Mount. And the front 3 should have stayed the same but didn't. Because out of nowhere, after just 1 goal and for the rest of the Palace game being pretty damn poor, Tammy Abraham out of nowhere gets a start. God knows why. I have absolutely no idea why that would have ever been considered. I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not get it. But that's what we went with. And we struggled from the first second. Sheffield pressed us, which I didn't expect necessarily. Maybe I should have done more research, but didn't look like the team or Lampard expected either, so maybe I shouldn't be blamed. Because that was ridiculous. Like, why on earth did we do that for then? Why on earth did we do that for? It felt like the entire team, they played as if they had never ever been pressed before in their entire career. That's honestly what it felt like. That they had never ever been pressed before. Sheffield just ran towards us. We were like, bloody hell, the opponent isn't just sitting back. We got to do something here. And they were screwed. They didn't know what to do. They had absolutely no idea what to do whatsoever. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. We had the first chance of the game in like 6th, 7th, maybe 10th minute. Can't remember. A cross by Reece James. Way past Tammy. It's an awful cross. Someone tweeted, great cross. No, it wasn't, because it was intended for Abraham. Goes way past that. Bounces. Pulisic with a good run at the far post. Heads it on the bounce. Flying header. What can he do? Puts it wide and over. After that, it was just Sheffield. After that, it was just Sheffield. And I appreciate that you're paying £4.99 to just send a haha meme or emoji or gif or whatever it is. Cheers for cheering me up, mate. But yeah, then in the 18th minute, Dave McGoldrick, who by the way hasn't scored a single goal this season. I can't remember. I think this was his first Premier League goal. Obviously, they got promoted, so I was going to say I don't remember when he last scored a Premier League goal. First ever Premier League goal, right? What are we doing? Jorginho looks slow, but actually gets a nudge on the ball to clear it away, because otherwise they might have scored 30 seconds earlier. Gets the ball to Mount. Mount could just clear it so comfortably, has so much time. Doesn't clear it, tries to go on the dribble, loses the ball. The ball is played back into the box. Christensen is with no one. Reece gets just bullied And then the guy loose at the far post takes the shot on the volley, hits it. Don't remember whether he hits it at his own teammate or whether he hits it at a Chelsea player. Takes a massive deflection. Kepa is already on his way to the far post. Actually reacts really, really well to save that with the deflection. Saves it with his arm out like that. But obviously can't control the rebound in that scenario. Forced directly to Godric. And he scores. He scores. So that was brilliant. What did we do? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We just were all the same shite for the rest of the team. What? Rest in peace, Joe Rogan. Strongly assume this isn't a serious thing. And of course, yes, Tahir said it. I blame Mount for that goal. Well, obviously, who else are you going to blame for that goal? Man could just bloody clear it. Why is he not doing that? I don't understand what he was doing, honestly. I don't understand why he didn't just clear that ball. It was very, very simple. And by the way, guys, for most of the things that you've put into the chat now, bar obviously the super chats, you know, I will reply to them later. Arsenal 4, Spurs 3, Saka hat-trick, Pepe, David Luiz hat-trick, own goal. Probably not unrealistic. But yeah, if you do want me to read whatever you have to say while I'm talking through the game, make sure you use the super chat function. We do appreciate it. But otherwise, I'll get to what you guys have put into the chat towards or after I'm done talking about the things I'm talking about. And guys, there's a 850 of you watching. Can you please subscribe if you haven't already? And also drop a like. I mean, there's 870 of you watching and there's not even 100 likes. Come on now. Even if you're an opposition fan, drop a like. Come on, cheer me up a little bit. You gotta be doing that. It's just one click of a button. It doesn't cost you much time and it doesn't cost you any money. You gotta be doing that. But let's just continue with the game because then in the 33rd minute, we conceded a 2-0 to make it even bloody worse. And what happens? They have a free kick in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the pitch, close to the halfway line. Play it short to the left. Their winger just comes, or left striker, comes running back. Reece James is like, oh yeah, let me follow him. Willian is like, I'm with that guy. They play a simple 1-2. Willian and then Reece James are like, shit, they played a 1-2. Might as well run after them. Then basically run into each other. None of them like anywhere near the guy that ends up crossing the ball. Andreas Christensen decides, yeah, so the attackers are about 2-3 yards behind me. I must just take another step forward. And then look at the ball fly over my head. And then the guy head it in. Which in that case was Oliver McBurney. Just heads it in. Completely unmarked. Completely unmarked. And yeah, and Zuma trying to get there in the last second. Zuma at least tried. Do you know what I mean? Zuma at least tried to get there in the end. But Christensen was like, what are you doing, son? What are you doing, son? It's a good header. Right into the bottom corner. Basically scraped the side netting. And again, probably some people that's blaming Kepa. Well, that's not Kepa's fault either. Right. We continue on, do absolutely nothing. The only two moments we had in the first half was the Pulisic header that went way over early on. Then a awful Barkley shot from distance with his left foot that basically just bobbled along the floor and the keeper picked it up. And then a shot by Reece James that forced at least an acceptable save by the keeper. And then arguably Tammy should have done a bit more with that rebound. Maybe I need to look at it again, but I feel like that ball just went through his legs. For the first half an hour, Tammy, I think, touched the ball 3 times. 3 times! And that's not just him at fault. That's also obviously a lack of service and us struggling so badly with that tiny bit of pressing that Sheffield United did. But also, whenever he did have the ball, lost it every time. Either he just ran into an opponent or he misplaced the pass. Every single time, honestly. We get into the break. I'm like, all right. Finally bring on Giroud. No idea why he didn't start, but finally bring him on. Bring on Ruben for Barkley or Mount. Don't care. Bring him on. And you could argue about another couple of substitutions either. Bring on Kovacic, maybe. Bring on Hudson-Odoi, maybe. Why not? What does Lamps do? All right, we change formation. He's like, let's mirror what Sheffield United are doing and let's go 3 at the back. So he brings on Marcos Alonso for Mason Mount and Antonio Rudiger for Andreas Christensen. And then we go 3-4-3 with the 3 centre-backs of Zuma on the left, Rudiger in the middle. Rudiger is the central centre-back. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, right? Aspie is the right centre-back, Reece James right wing-back, Alonso left wing-back, a midfield 2 of Jorginho, right? And Ross Barkley. Have you ever heard anything more crazy? I know we were 2-0 down, but have you ever heard anything more crazy? Why didn't we bring Kovacic on? Unless he wasn't 100% fit. But if he wasn't 100% fit, why is he on the bench? What is the point? I don't get it. Right. And then in front 3, even though Willian was poor, Pulisic tried, but essentially was poor. And Tammy didn't even know that he was a striker. That's what it felt like. When Tammy is getting through on goal and he's in the box, he is acceptable. But anything different than that, especially when we're struggling in midfield and we have to punt the balls to him, he receives the ball, either he loses the aerial battle in the first place, or he just misplaces the following pass. He's just running around like an aimless chicken. He just doesn't know what he has to do. He just doesn't know what his job is. Honestly, it's infuriating. I don't get why Giroud didn't start. Okay, and we actually are a bit better now. We changed to the 3-4-3. We are a bit better now. We don't create any chances, don't get me wrong, but we are a bit better now. We have a few crosses going to the box. Alonso tries a header. And that's it, really. But we were a bit better. Looked a bit more solid at the back and a bit more controlling. But yeah, that was kind of the end of it already. Because then in the 66th minute, we made another substitution. As Olivier Giroud finally entered the pitch. More than an hour played and Olivier Giroud finally comes on. That little board goes up. It says 22 in red and 18 in green. My head's thinking, oh yeah, Willian's coming off. Give my head another second. Oh wait, Willian's not R22 anymore, is he? Wait, what? Pulisic's coming off? Are you bloody mental, mate? So, we already changed to a 3 at the back system, which seemingly, the way we played, we clearly hadn't used in ages. And then we go to a formation which we haven't used all season in a 2-striker formation. With Willian apparently as a number 10 when he was more on the left than anything else. So that was weird. That was just a load of nothingness. And if you're going to do that, fair enough. I don't even mind the effort. We were 2-0 down. You might as well try, right? I get it. Put 2 strikers on. Jose did the same back in the day. But why take Pulisic off? Like, he was poor, but he did at least something. Do you know what I mean? He did at least something. It was awful. It was bloody awful, honestly. I don't get it. Why did he take Pulisic off? Do we make another substitution in the 75th minute as Callum Hudson-Odoi comes on for Reece James? Why? Why? Why not? Like, we were 2-0 down already. Why not bring him on for Aspie? Put Reece James as one of the centre-back 3 and just have them attack. Actually, no, I'm waffling. I'm waffling completely. We changed. When Hudson-Odoi came on, you clearly saw him just say to the teammates, like, 4-2-4. That's what he did. He came with the pitch and told everyone 4-2-4. So Lampard changed the formation again. So we start the game in a 4-3-3. At half-time, we changed to a 3-4-3. In the 66th minute, we changed to a 3-4-1-2. And in the 75th minute, we changed to a 4-2-4. And then he leaves Aspie at right back. Like, we need the crosses in and you take James off. Don't get it. Not that he did anything. I mean, Giroud had like a header that Dean Henderson saved quite comfortably. Tammy Abraham had a chance, probably our best chance of the game, really, at the far post. We could have done a bit more with that, but he didn't. I just put it narrowly wide. And then to make things better, only 2 minutes after Hudson actually comes on, 77th minute, David McGoldrick, who, like I said earlier already, hasn't scored a single Premier League goal in his career, scores the second goal of the day. Through in the break, Jorginho being way too slow, but that's what I mean by, well, when you play a midfield 2, don't play Jorginho. Because can I blame Jorginho for being too slow? No, not really. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's when you it's like playing a cross to Pulisic and the ball flies way over his head and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, Pulisic. If you was taller, you would have scored that. Awful Pulisic. Why aren't you taller? Do you know what I mean? That's the same thing as criticising Jorginho for being too slow. Well, what's he gonna do about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, well, what can he do? Any which way, the ball is crossed into the box. Rudiger decided he was now not on a football pitch anymore, but on an ice rink. But not with ice skates on, no. With like ballet shoes or something. Do you know what I mean? Because the man tries to clear the ball, barely gives it half a yard of distance from his foot, falls over, lies on the floor, ball falls to David McGoldrick, slots it in. Great, we still don't go and do anything. Then Jorginho just didn't help himself there, lad. I like you, but didn't help himself there. Gets to the ball, just really slow, lethargic, doesn't clear it, shoved over, rolls on the floor, clearly not a foul. They're through in the break, they play through the guy that they brought on, what's his name? Liz Mousset, the actual top scorer who's always only a super sub for them. He's played through. Zuma and Rudiger can't keep up, really. Zuma kind of can, but can only put him off. He goes for the chip over Kepa, thankfully for us, puts it wide. And then Lampard makes the 5th substitution for the first time since the restart. He uses all 5 substitutions, brings Ruben Loftus-Cheek on for Ross Barkley. So here you brought on Ruben Loftus-Cheek, our best midfielder by ability. I know he's not 100% fit in that, but our best midfielder by ability. You brought him on when we're 3-0 down, right? And I know that didn't necessarily change the formation because it was still a 4-2-4. But Ruben is a very different kind of player to Ross Barkley. So what on earth was the point in all of that? I don't understand. I do appreciate that there's 1,000 of you watching, even though I'm pretty sure that the majority of you guys are opposition fans. But haven't we all laughed at other teams being absolute mugs? So if you're new here, please do subscribe. That'd be massively appreciated, and drop a like. Even if you're an opposition's fan, there's over 1,000 of you watching, and we only got 300 likes. Come on, guys, let's hit 500 likes right now. That just needs 200 of you to drop a like right now. You know, just go down below, smash the like button. Doesn't take you any time, doesn't cost you any money. I'm gonna just give you a second. So you can drop a like. Because we need damn likes, lads. You know, we need 500 likes. Come on, and I might set you another like target a minute later, but come on, go down below, smash the like button because we need it. All right, you know, had your time now. Please drop your likes. Anyways, let's keep going on with that because that was really it. You know, we didn't do anything. Yeah, we tried, still put our crosses into the box. They did absolutely nothing, and Javier tried to do everything, and Tammy tried to do everything, but none of them did anything. And then at the end of the day, we're sat there fuming at ourselves, probably saying goodbye to top 4 because, well, obviously the others haven't played yet. But if Leicester win, they're 2 ahead of us. If Man United win, they're 1 ahead of us. And our only saving grace is that Man United and Leicester play each other. So we haven't actually yet said goodbye to top 4. It's still in our hands in a way. Even if Man City's CAS decision goes their way, which it's apparently looking like, that they will be completely let off and not face any Champions League bans. But because they play each other on the last day, if we beat Norwich, Liverpool and Wolves, we still get top 4. Pretty sure my maths is correct there. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct here. Oh, guys, to be fair, we got to 477 likes. Get it to 500. You might as well. You're only 20 off now. I might give you another like target later on though, but don't tell anyone. But anyways, if we still win the last 3 games, and you know, we barely got a point at Anfield today, so we can in theory beat them. We can in theory beat Wolves, although I'm pretty sure at this point that we're probably going to go start 3 at the back in that game and we'll still not win. Norwich, pretty confident will win. Although they were officially relegated today, so they've got absolutely no pressure at all when they play us next week. Probably challenge a prime bloody Man City and beat us as well. So who knows? But in theory, we could beat them. We could win all 3 games and then we're still in the top 4. And then it just depends on... whoever wins between Leicester and United, who comes 4th. And if they draw, assuming both of them will win all their games until then, which I don't think Leicester will anyway. But assuming they win all their games until then, you know, if they draw, Leicester comes 4th. If United win, they come 4th, obviously. Thank you for, again, the donation. Lol, glory, glory, Man United. Well, you can go do one, but I do appreciate the donation. Although I don't know how much that is. I could literally be £1. Or less. I don't know. Sorry. But yeah, let's talk about a couple of players. Like I said, Kepa, not at fault for anything today. Probably our best player on the pitch. Zuma, struggled with the press, you know, but didn't necessarily make any huge defensive mistakes. Christensen, awful. It's for the second goal. What is he doing? Also came off at half-time. Aspie, again, struggled with the press, but didn't actually make any defensive mistakes. Reece James looked like a mug for the second goal. Looked like an absolute mug. But before that, I thought he was at least a bit better than the last few games, but still not good. And most of his crosses were shocking again. Jorginho, I thought was decent until we changed the formation, but also didn't move the ball quickly enough. Yes, he was asking for people to move, and people didn't move enough for him. I get that, especially because it seemed like it was Lampard's plan in the first half to play balls over the top, but neither Tammy, nor Pulisic, nor Willian, nor Mount, nor Barkley made the runs in behind. But Jorginho wanted that, but it didn't happen, so he struggled. But he never really gave the ball away, so he was calm. But once we changed to two centre mids formation, he was done out, and he shouldn't have been on the pitch anymore. Barkley I can't say he was awful, but he definitely wasn't good. There was just not enough movement. Mount did really poorly for the first goal. Overall, tried, as Mount always does. He tried his socks off, but it wasn't quite enough. So, you know, that was depressing. The donation was literally worth £1. Fair play though, mate. Fair play. Do appreciate it regardless. Yeah, Mount and Barkley... Not awful, bar Mount for the first goal, but didn't move enough in my opinion, didn't move enough. Pulisic and Willian both had a bad day. Willian even more so, looked like he couldn't be asked, to be honest. Or not like he couldn't be asked, but he was just so disappointed with everybody, and his body language is not like, when he's disappointed, he's not like, come on lads, let's go. He's just like down. You know, I think people that say Willian doesn't care are very rude. I don't think that is the truth. I personally believe he's just so disappointed in everything going so badly, and then he just lets himself go, and he doesn't have the motivation within himself that when everything's badly to still like be pumped and try. Like, it's not like he stops actually trying on the pitch and running around, because he still did that more than anyone probably. But yeah, Pulisic was, from the outfield players, probably the best. At least he tried. Didn't really come off for him. Had a couple of moments where he could have done a bit better, but it was all right. Norwegian crowns. Thank you for 50 Norwegian crowns, I'm assuming. Could be completely wrong. But thank you, Liban M. Tammy is so tall for his frame, always falling. You could also say he has such a small frame for his height, but I completely agree, mate. I completely agree. Oh, that was actually worth £4. Cheers for the donation, mate. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate that. 1,271 of you watching. Again, appreciate that. But drop a like. Lads, come on. There's even more of you watching. We're still only at 554 likes. Let's get to 700 likes. Come on now. Still plenty of people if you watch it. Whether you're an oppositions fan or a Chelsea fan, whether you like me or not, just go drop a like. Why not? Come on, guys. It doesn't take a lot. Just one click of a button. Doesn't cost you any time. Please do that. I'd be massively appreciated. But let's just keep going on. I'm waffling. I've already been waffling for 20 minutes and I haven't even gotten to any comments. But I'm going to be a while today because that was shocking today. That was absolutely shocking and I was fuming. Genuinely fuming. Right, let's continue on. Tammy Abraham, what are you doing, lads? What are you doing, lad? You had the only chances we had until Giroud came on and he just did absolutely nothing with them. He can't dribble at the moment, he can't pass at the moment, he can't shoot at the moment, he can't control the ball at the moment, he can't do hold-up play, can't finish at the moment, but for the situation against Palace. What are you doing, son? Come on now. Why did he even start Lamps? I know Giroud is on the older side of things, he's 32, 33, and he's big. So for the bigger guys, the whole playing more games regularly, it takes a much bigger toll on them than on the smaller frame guys and on the just smaller guys in general, just because they carry more weight around, people like Giroud. And especially the striker in our system with the press moves a lot more than the centre-backs. So maybe he was just a bit fatigued. And if that's the case, fair enough. We only have those two. I wouldn't have been exactly more happy if we played Batshuayi. But still, come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. What I would have thought in the first half is the wingers need to drop deeper because Sheffield with their formation with their 3-5-2 just had all the width. So our wingers needed to drop deeper because they did nothing on the wing. They needed to drop deeper and they needed our centre mids to drop into the half spaces and work with Tammy. To almost like change it into an attacking, just switch the system, right? They needed to drop into the half spaces and make the runs. Not the wingers needed to make the runs. The two attacking eights needed to make the runs and have the wingers drop to do that. But even when they did, their passing, we were just so slow. We took way too long on every ball, right? We had the ball, we just took way too long to release it. And that is every player, even including Jorginho to some extent. Every single one of them, Pulisic, Willian, Mount, Barkley, Jorginho, all of them, let alone the centre-backs and Tammy, took way too long to release the ball. And there was obviously no combination play happening then. And then second half, you brought Alonso on. I can't say Alonso was awful, but he certainly wasn't good. Rudiger was awful. Certainly didn't help himself. Hope he doesn't start the next game either because that was shocking. Although at the same time, Christensen was shocking as well. So what do we do? Just hope Tomori is back fit soon, even though there's rumours that he might go out alone next season. But you might as well try him next to Zuma next game. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? And then Ruben comes in, I'm like, poor Ruben. Hudson-Odoi comes on, I'm like, poor Hudson-Odoi. Giroud comes on, way too late. We changed formation about 50 bloody times. Honestly, it's fuming. And London is direct. All right, chillax, mate. Relax. You're about 10th, mate. I know you're not, but you're about 10th. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, keep going on. Let's actually get to a couple of things that you guys have put into the chat. Someone said something about Kante and Jorginho. Kante and Kovacic, and then Jorginho can't do anything but pass sideways. Well, Kovacic is injured half the bloody time at the moment. Also, he's not a DM either. And Kante's injured all the bloody time. I'm not sure if you want to blame Sarri for playing him in the Europa League final, if you want to play Lampard for it, if you want to play Kante for it. But you certainly can't blame Jorginho for Kante being injured all the bloody time. Do you know what I mean? Give credit to Sheffield United. Great defence. I agree. I said that at the start. Credit to Sheffield United. They deserve that win today and they did really well. Europa group stage tickets. Are only a £5. It's true. It's true. Hiya Jose. My guys, there's still 1,200 of you watching. I'm struggling to keep up. Lampard out. Disagree. Chelsea. You can't do that. You took what? You took too fast. Need coach. Don't know what that means. Why play Tammy and Barkley? I don't understand why we play Tammy either. I understand Barkley because of Ruben's fitness situation, but I still disagree with it. I still want to play Ruben. Do you know what I mean? We should keep Lampard. I agree. Keep our man of the match. Even I couldn't read it. Is this guy drunk? No, I'm not drunk, but I'm just trying to read the chat here, which is very difficult. Should we still go for Kai? Of course we should. Did you not see our attacking play? The problem isn't just that we defend like we do. The problem is also we scored 0 goals against Sheffield United. I know they have a good defence. They're joined 3rd best defence in the league, at least before this match day. And we didn't create a single proper chance. Like, Tammy had a half chance and Drew had one header, but that was a tough header. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, we need Kai Havertz as badly as possible. And people that need it in the chat, please listen to me. If, and I know this is an if, but if Chelsea win all the remaining games, and let's be honest, Liverpool don't care anymore. If we win all our remaining games, because United and Leicester play each other on the last match day, we are still in the top 4. So, to all the people laughing, we're not actually out of the top 4. But we're at 664 likes, so we can actually realistically get 700 likes. So just 34 more of you, 35 obviously, more of you, please drop a like, or 666 likes. The devil is coming. Ooh. Are you someone removed their like? What a prick. Guys, please drop a like, that'd be massively appreciated. But I think I'm going to leave it here. I don't know what else to say. There's too many people. Trade jorginho for Alexandro. Did you see Alexandro in that game against Milan? Don't want that. Tammy Disaster, I agree. We need Upamecano. Disagree. Too young. What's the point in having another young players? How is Tony... Wait. What did you say? Don't know what that means, mate. Do we think should have started 3 at the back for the start? See, that is the thing I wanted to touch on, actually. Thank you, mate. In hindsight, maybe we should have started with a 3 at the back formation. I didn't think so before the game. Clearly, Lampard didn't think so either. Maybe we should have done. Maybe we should have paid Sheffield United a bit more respect, that they can just tear people apart or just nullify people that don't play the same system, because we were a bit better in the second half. But we were already trailing by 2-0, so it's difficult to compare, really. So we will never know whether we should have started with the 3 at the back and whether we then might have won the game or might have at least gotten a draw rather than being backed at 3-0. But that's what happened in the end, so what can you really do? Bad choice players. Yes, you said that about 50 times, mate. I saw it. But try for Tammy, disagree. We need moderator. Yeah, to be honest, I will get a moderator for the next one. We need Kai because we can't do anything, even with 100% possession, no creativity down the middle already at all. That's the thing. We had 76% of the ball today and had one big chance according to this. Yes, 13 chances created officially by this stat here. We had 4 shots on target, which is equal to Sheffield United, and 7 off target, which is 4 more than Sheffield United. But our 4 shots on target, one of them was a Barkley bobble outside the box. One of them was a Reece James shot from outside the box. It was a comfortable save. One of them was a header, and the other one was probably also a Giroud header. I can't even remember. Do you know what I mean? Can you be moderator? Message me on Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Or Twitter. Twitter is better. Link to it is down in the description. Forfeit Bayern Munich, please. Yeah, we might as well. We might as well. But guys, I'm going to leave it here. Mark Monday, Terry in. Terry in for what? For manager, for defensive coach? Because it's not like Villa have been good at the back. Do you know what I mean? But guys, I'm going to leave it here. I do really appreciate all of you guys that have tuned in. Even the ones that came to laugh at me. It is what it is. You know, drop a like if you haven't already. If you're watching this as a video later on as well, let's try to hit 1,000 likes from now on. Why not? Let's just try and aim for that. So, you know, if you could do that. If you're still watching right now, let's try and aim for 1,000 likes. And with the help of the guys that will watch the video later on, we might get there. And also, subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. That would be massively appreciated. Cheer us up a little bit. And if you're watching this later on, make sure you leave me your thoughts on the game down in the comment section below. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I really do appreciate all of you that have tuned in. What a shocking performance. But at the end of the day, you have to say it's upwards and onwards. We have to go from here. Let's beat Norwich in midweek. Let's beat United in the FA Cup, although I very much doubt it. Let's win the 3 remaining games and let's still get top 4. It's still possible. It's upwards and onwards. We have to be positive. There's no point in being negative. Let's hope the players and, you know, Lampard can put that into the players. As long as it's not done, it's not done. So we still fight. We still keep going. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea. It's upwards and onwards. And I'll see you when I see you.